I'm Reza. I'm a junior at UVA. I'm majoring in computer science and English. And today I will be interviewing Jenn Spangenberg, right?
Yep.
And she is the executive director of association management at her company Boyd Wilson. And she's also a member of the Pennsylvania and Delaware Valley chapter CAI, which stands for the Community Associations Institute. And it's an organization dedicated to building better communities. It provides educational and other resources to members throughout Pennsylvania, Southern New Jersey, and Northern Delaware. So, hi, Jenn. How you doing?
Hey, Reza, I'm great. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Great.
So, my first question for you is, what initially drew you towards this career path?
It is certainly an interesting career. I'll say that. So I wanted to try something new, pretty much for my entire career. I've always been in real estate in some way, shape, or form. So I originally was selling real estate, and then I did some apartment management, and I actually never even heard about this. And then I moved to a different area and kind of became aware that it was a thing. And I was like, I could probably do that too. So I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Cool. So, what was your kind of like high school and college experience like? What are the courses that you might have found most applicable to what you're doing right now?
Yeah. And actually, I had a psych minor, and that has come in pretty
Hmm.
helpful. I had a psych minor, and it really, what I wish I would have taken more business classes, like even just
Hmm.
intro to business.
Hmm.
Um, really, like no matter what your major is or what you end up doing, that's probably a good one. So
Hmm.
of the ones that I would have gone back and taken, that would have been the big one. But psych has helped a lot too.
Cool. And
Yep.
is there anything in high school you maybe found relevant or anything like that? Any? Yeah.
Not Probably not on the high school level. Um, no, they probably be more on the college level. Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
And were there any like internships or career opportunities that you think prepared you better for your career?
Yeah. In terms of extracurriculars, I'd say anything with volunteerism. So
Okay.
the career is really people centric. So
Hmm.
a lot of times people think of, homeowners associations or condos or, as being these big, wonderful places, but people are kind of everywhere in their lives. So the whole job's really just kind of about meeting people where they are in life. So any kind of volunteerism or any, just getting out there with people kind of in any way
Hmm.
would be good, and any kind of like sports or band, anything that you're into, it's sort of team building. That's it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Makes total sense. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So how did you engage at first with CAI? Were you a student? Were you a professional already?
A new professional. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And actually, the first place where I started doing this job, they really were not heavily involved in CAI. So when I moved back east and more into the Philly area and became aware of it, I was like, everybody should do this. This is great.
Yeah.
Everybody should be involved in this organization. So it was still as a relatively new professional. Yeah.
Okay. That yeah, sounds very cool. How, what is your typical workday, I guess, look like? Yeah.
A typical workday, it's kind of cliche to say, but there is not a typical workday.
Okay.
So I'll tell you about today, right? So my plan this morning was to come in, get my coffee, and kind of, knock it out and sort of take over the world. So far today, I had somebody come in and ask me about like a neighbor to neighbor dispute. They wanted to know about signage, and I guess somebody has a sign and somebody doesn't like it, and what can their HOA do to fix it or enforce it or whatever,
Hmm.
you can't fix everything. Everything's not necessarily yours to fix.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the case in that situation. But then about an hour ago, I had another manager come in and she said, the zoning office, the zoning officer for this township, for this community is on the phone and we need to talk to them. And there were, yeah, that was great. So they've got a sinkhole on their property that they know of. It's a good one. It's like a 3-story sinkhole. It's a good
Wow.
one. But
Wow.
right. So you're just like, oh man, all I wanted to do was have lunch. But okay, I guess we're doing the sinkhole now, So
It sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's really interesting. Some days are, you just kind of sit here and do your thing, and then you have days like this where a little bit more, a little bit more going on. So
Wow.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And your role is primarily to, facilitate communication, or is it just like finding resolutions to different conflicts?
Kind of both. I mean, really, when you
Okay.
boil it down and break it down, it's all just communication, and
Okay.
having strong communication skills, good written skills. You need to be able to send an email blast out to folks so that they understand it.
Yeah.
you know, and just kind of get it out there. Some of the associations have social media, and sometimes, but then it doesn't matter, because if that's not where your people are, like, you still have to be able to get them the info, however they're going to receive it. So anyway, that's not the mail right now is a good way to do it.
Yeah. Yep. I'll agree with that one.
Yeah.
Is there
So,
anything that you would say, would surprise people about something you do at your work?
maybe like the actual depth of what we do. I mean, it's an interesting position. So you're really working with boards of directors every day. So each community basically is governed by a board of directors, an elected board of directors. Sometimes the homeowners forget that they actually elected these people, whether
Yeah, that's
whether or
right.
not, yeah. So it's really just kind of working with them. And a lot of it's, landscaping and snow removal and things like that. But then you do get into like a sinkhole. What the heck do? You throw concrete down the hole and hope you threw enough in. It can be quite something. But really, the camaraderie that you form with your coworkers, because like I said, it is a really unique job. So even within your office or within your region, you really kind of do get like a real good sense of camaraderie. Like, these are people who are doing your exact same job. It doesn't matter that you might be at a competing organization, or obviously your associations aren't the same, but
Yeah.
you're really still doing the same thing, so
Yeah.
it's a weird little, like, it's a weird little group. It's a very specific niche, like apartment management. That's it. You turn it over. Do you like this apartment? Great, rent it out. It's much more straightforward than this. This is kind of a whole lot. It's everything. But what's nice about it is there's rules to follow. You know what I mean? So a neighborhood will have a set of governing documents. Well, if you don't know the answer, you just look in the docs. It's the job itself's not hard. It's like I said before, it's really communication and being as proactive as you can, and knowing where to look and who to ask for the answers. So
Right. Yeah. Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And how would you say your participation in CAI has impacted your career?
Oh, I love CAI. So when I joined, kind of what I was just saying, the networking opportunity was wonderful. Being able to meet other folks who do the same thing.
Yep.
It kind of makes you really feel good. Sometimes you do kind of feel like you're on your own little island if you're kind of working and working real hard and have your nose to the grindstone. You don't look up and see, like, okay, yeah, I know probably 10 or 12 other people who are in the same boat. They're doing the same thing. So that's been wonderful. And then the ability to earn designations, have that extra credentialing is really nice too, because it starts to set you apart from, the rest of the group. So in terms of like advancement or things like that, it's helpful. And there's a lot of letters you can get. But CAI has like 3 main designations for managers. And it's just, they're not gonna, they're challenging, but they're very obtainable. And so as you move through life, and if you move through the career path, it's really good to have that, have that behind your name. So
cool. Yeah. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Do you have any kind of final words of wisdom for anyone might be considering your job?
Final words of wisdom. Everybody has. It's like with any career. There's good days and there's bad days, and
Right.
it's the biggest thing is, and really kind of in life is just like, don't take it personally. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're meeting people where they are. It may not be important to you, but it's important to them. And it's it's a service that they're paying for. To live in their community, and you're there to just sort of help out and ease their way. So that's it. Just don't take it personally. It's all good. Take a deep breath.
Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jen. Yeah, this has
Hey,
been
you're welcome.
amazing. So thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you learned more about CAI. For more information, please visit the CAI Pennsylvania and Delaware Valley chapter on the Q Career page to find out more. And hopefully we can help you with your career development. Until next time, and have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.